All right, ladies and gents, welcome. I think it is probably time to address the elephant in the room, that is microvolts, or microvolts recharged. I am not going to show any gameplay, and I will be honest, I have not partaken in any betas. Like the last time I played anything closely related to microvolts is the last Toy Heroes video, which if you follow the channel, you know has been a while. I'm not gonna get into that right now. I do actually just want to talk about this. And so in this video, you see a couple tabs open here. I want to give you my take on all of this, keeping in mind, of course, that I have the knowledge I had about old microvolts. I have some knowledge on Toy Heroes, but I have not closely followed all of this since, you know, all of the betas, right? So keep that in mind. Very first thing is that a couple days, maybe even two-ish weeks ago, MicroVolts Recharged was put on Steam, right? You can't download it yet because the game's not out yet for the public, but there's an option to add it to your wish list, and so as soon as it comes out, you will be able to see it. You'll get a notification. So if you're really interested in this via Steam, I would recommend opening up Steam, looking up microvolts, and then adding to wish list. Now, an issue I've noticed is that if you type, let's say if you type micro, it's not even going to be in here just yet, right? And I don't know how it used to be with the old microvolts, but I feel like for a game to be somewhat successful, you kind of want it to pop up soon or early. But I'm guessing all these games have bigger player bases than microvolts used to. It's just something I noticed. Okay, so a lot of this video is going to be about the company as well, and like the limited research I have done on them. But for those of you who are interested and who kind of want to look into it, these are the games that are currently on Steam by Masangsoft. So I would recommend, you know, if you're really curious, click on one of these games, read the reviews, might find something helpful. I also found this Reddit post pretty early after looking for the company. And apparently it's a post that says about Masangsoft. Does anyone know how Masangsoft paid to pick up the rights for Guns 1? Tried to search it, but doesn't seem to be a lot of info about the company. And if I go to their website, I don't actually see the Guns 1 game right here. Again, I don't know all too much about it, but I found it a bit weird that the game's not mentioned here, even though apparently it has been, or at some point the company picked up the rights for it. Okay, those are like, I guess, some slight concerns, but nothing out of the ordinary. Let's delve into the website. So first thing I noticed going through all of this is that they seem to want to keep a lot of the old microvolts vibes, right? I don't think I have the character open here, character tab open here. I guess we'll find it in just a second. So the first thing is that when you open it, it says September 2022, closed beta starts. And where was it? Apparently the first closed beta test. So if you're thinking of another word, CBT, it's not related. CBT just stands for closed beta test. Has apparently ended. So let's read this real quick. Hi, dear MicroVolts fans. The closed beta test for 7 days has ended as it was scheduled. Also, we sent an email titled First Closed Beta Test Survey to every tester. Please check your inbox or maybe spam folder. I'm not going to read the rest of this. This is basically, I mean, it's good news because they're doing a test and they kept it within limits. I don't know how well the test went, what the feedback on that is, but that has happened. Now, the way I think it is going to happen is they will do multiple tests. And so if you are interested in joining another test, you can apply here. And I think maybe I'll even click on this just to see how it goes. All right, so it's no longer available. That's interesting. I suppose what you could do is still enter your email, submit, and then maybe if they do another test, you might get picked for that. I guess I kind of should have, maybe could have joined this to get a better scope on it, but yeah. Okay. There's a couple tabs within the website I would like to look at. And the first one here is new changes. And you'll see, and what I've noticed is that a lot of the artwork is taken from the old MicroVolts, right? So that's either them trying not to stray further away from what MicroVolts initially was. That's what people want. They want the core game they grew up with. Or it showcases that they haven't spent too much time on the art department and they're using resources already available to them. All right, so no pay to win. Everyone can play fairly, only your fingers matter. This, I like the wording, just kind of feels off, but okay. In MicroVolts Recharged, this might be the most remarkable change this has to be compared, so that's already a spelling mistake, to the previous versions. We believe that this was one of the changes that many of our loyal fans were eager to have, which is, this sentence also doesn't really make any sense to me. Easier upgrade system. As part of that, upgrading, also this is capitalized. Oh my God, guys, you got to work on your like media presence and have, okay, whatever. Upgrading is no longer pay to win. Now, I don't think upgrading ever was pay to win. No. Okay, the word pay to win gets thrown around quite a lot. And sure, if you wanted all your weapons at level 9, you did need to spend some, or you need to play a lot, but I wouldn't call it pay to win. At least that system wasn't pay to win. And Toy Heroes also didn't feel like it, but I also did get quite a lot of stuff handed to me because of the referral code, so I can't really give you a based opinion on that. Anyone with MP is easy enough to try, so that's also just a sentence. I guess that their translation team didn't have enough sleep. And you can always switch the upgrade options to your liking. This seems weird to me because upgrade options to me feels like they mean, for example, on the sniper, you can either have power, reload speed, or zoom speed. And the way they're wording it right now is that, for example, if your weapon is at level 8, you can choose to then upgrade it to level 9 zoom speed when it was already reload speed. So this seems really weird to me, and the way I'm reading it, I don't think that is their intention. So maybe someone on the beta test has figured this out. Furthermore, the upgrade options will have the same value as long as they are the same type. This I don't understand at all. The upgrade options will have the same value as long as they are the same type. So I'm guessing every rifle, if you upgrade it on power, will go +5, regardless of it being RT or MP. However, I feel like that was already the case. I can't say for certain, but I don't see how this is different. But I may very well be understanding this wrong. We've removed evolution systems, skills, and overpowered items. This was probably the main factor that broke the balance between paying and unpaid users. Okay, again, it's a bit weird. Players should be able to enjoy the game itself no matter how much they spend, and we will keep this as a top priority in future updates and developments. It's good that they keep it in mind, but I feel like they are pretty much undermining the previous variants of MicroVolts or Toy Heroes or whatever, and saying, they did it wrong, we'll do it better. Hey, it's a good ambition to have. I just don't really love the wording on this. So as you can tell, I'm this part to me I'm a bit skeptical about, but the next part seems very interesting to me because they've also used new artwork. Kind of looks like Paladin or like Paladin's Realm Royale, kind of high risk, or maybe even some like Clash of Clans mobile artwork. I like it though. I like it. Next part is ranked mode. And they just jump straight in. 5 tiers and 3 advanced tiers from bronze to diamond, and advanced tiers for top players. Competition is always fun, thrilling, and challenging. Each season, a new league will start to determine who would be the true honorable winners. So this has to be will. Okay, I would just love to correct this entire page, spelling wise. But okay, you play better, prove it. Well, in the league match. I guess for every game, also this is PG, I'm gonna just go like this. Okay, for every game that is very small, there is the big issue of if the game is small and you don't have a ranked mode, you will have new players playing against very good players and the experience is not fun. I would say for both sides, but let's be honest, we all kind of love stumping newer players. Let's not lie to ourselves. But for those new players, this is very, very rough. So you have a ranked mode. But then the issue with the ranked mode is that there's not going to be any people playing. Unless if the game blows up, which I currently don't see happening, right? But with the player base that MicroVolts had, even at their peak, I don't really see a ranked mode sustaining, right? Clan Wars did exist, but like even during busy periods, you'd have maybe 4 or 5 teams looking to play, from my recollection, that is. So that was Clan Wars. That was with people you knew. Now there's a ranked mode where you're probably going to be able to queue up and get random teammates, which is going to make it more stressful and I think also harder to look for good matches. But I'm skeptical, but I am curious as to how they will handle this, because there is a lot of people that are really good and that I know are going to want to prove themselves, and a ranked mode is amazing for that. Then here it says league match. I haven't looked at this yet, but I'm pretty sure this just means clan war. And then I guess this is like a screenshot of how it should look, where it's like this is already a big yikes at team deathmatch, because you know we're all used to elimination or capture the battery for league, or sorry, for clan wars. But hey, maybe they'll change it up. As you can see here as well, you can see the icons. So I guess this is gold. This has to be diamond. And then this is like one of the higher tiers, as they mentioned. And I'm guessing this right here could be plat, or could also be one of the higher tiers. I'm not sure. Either way, I do love the icons. I'm not going to lie. All right, stronger community-friendly content. There's going to be new dioramas. Decorate your dioramas in some cool ways. I think dioramas are the things you sit on in the lobby, if I'm not mistaken. New loading screen for league match. Now your teammates and opponents can see how awesome you are. So I'm guessing this is compared to Apex, where if you load in, you can see your stats. What other games do it? What other games do it? I guess Overwatch shows your rank, but yeah, besides Apex Legends, I can't really think of a game. Oh, well, I guess I play Smite, which also does this, where you can see like some stats specific to your character, or you know, like your progression maybe. I don't know how they'll do it, but I do like it. It's a good way to flex on people. And they've also removed the level cap, which I didn't know there was, but I do realize now that maybe this is changes they've made since the beta. Like so basically there's a chance that Masangsoft made a beta, had a level cap, and then removed that level cap. So maybe this isn't related to the old MicroVolts. I don't know. Either way, not having a level cap, I don't know. No real opinions on that just yet. Others. So we can see artwork here. And besides Nox, and I guess Kai, and I guess this has to be Naomi. I don't really know who the other characters are, but I mean, the outfits look cool. I do think they kind of made these to show that they did start working on some art. I guess this could be Nox too. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but not all too much about it. Others, there's going to be new parts and sets, cool outfits, make you fight better, right? More parts will continue to be released in the future. So this is them saying, hey, we are not just going to recycle content, we'll give you new stuff. I guess. I mean, they could be they could just, you know, have a base game and they keep adding new stuff, but technically it isn't new. It was already part of MicroVolts. I don't know if they'll do that, but judging by this, I do guess they will add some actual new content. Improved sound effects. Some of firing, reloading, and surface sound effects in old versions might have been bothering if the sound matters to you while playing. Okay, sure. We have fixed those slightly mismatched and glitched ones for players' better gaming experience. What is this? Family? Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, that was an ADHD moment. Sorry, I got distracted. This is funny to me. Like, you know, some of the stuff may be important if you give a shit about it, is basically what they're saying. But okay, you know, maybe they improved it. I don't think MicroVolts ever had issues with sound. At least not more than any other game I've ever played. But hey, pretty cool. So that's my take on the new changes. But I don't like, I haven't played the game yet, so I don't feel like you should merit a lot of or you shouldn't put a lot of value into my opinion about this just yet. Okay, if we click on About Game, a couple things. First of all, we've got some interesting choices here, not putting Bitmap or Rumpus Room or PVC here. House Up is iconic. I guess Hobby Shop is pretty iconic too, but putting Garden and I don't even know how this map is called anymore here seems a bit weird, right? If you want to get people's attention, you kind of want to put the main maps the game was known for. But okay, I mean, aesthetically, these maps are cool. Strategic third-person shooter. Experience strategic teamwork with dynamic and quick-paced gameplay in multiple maps designed as toy themes, which offer a distinct and visually rich view of the world and different game modes. I don't see MicroVolts ever being a teamwork-based game, but okay, you know, I guess they tried going for something catchy. And that's not a complaint. I don't think MicroVolts has to be a teamwork-based game. I love the way it was, where you win the game if you have the better player, basically. From melee weapons to Gatling guns, players have full access to seven different types of weapons during a match. All weapon types are available to every player, not being tied down to a specific class. Being able to quickly switch weapons to suit the current situation in a match is a key to overcome any obstacle. So this is new. This is obviously just them trying to explain the game to newer players. There's a plot line here which isn't all too detailed, and I frankly don't really care about it. But then here we get to the point of figures, and this is, can I actually click on these? No, I can't. Okay, so no new figures since the end of MicroVolts, right? If you were an OG, you'll know that Chip, Nox, Naomi, and Pandora were the original 4. Pandora and Chip you used to have to pay for them, and then they added Kai, who was long awaited, and then in order, I think Simon, then Amelia, then Sophitia, and then Khan? Although I'm not sure. Now, I'm not going to call it an issue, but the thing with old MicroVolts, or let's say MicroVolts, like 1 or 2 months before it shut down, was that, the 4 characters, but also Kai, I guess, got a lot of love when it came to cosmetics. And then Amelia, Sophia, Khan, and I guess Simon didn't really have all too many outfits. Now, again, for me personally, I don't really care about these characters, but for those who do, I do hope that they will invest some time into giving these characters outfits. I mean, alternatively, I think they could have just left them out and stuck to Chip, Nox, Naomi, Pandora, and Kai, but that's the decision they made. I do hope they will invest enough into getting those characters some cool outfits, right? Figures. But if I ever do play the game vividly, obviously Naomi is best girl. This I went over. There's some artwork here. This I don't immediately recognize. It looks like it was made back in the day, but I don't recognize it. So maybe this is something they whipped up. Obviously, okay, it's a bit weird. So this is the PVC night map, but the tutorial version of it. which, I mean, it's doing its job in instilling nostalgia for me personally, but I think they could have just taken a screenshot of actual PVC. And then, yeah, this, which, I mean, it doesn't, yeah, I'm not gonna formulate an opinion about that just yet. But yeah, screenshots, I think they could have done a better job here for Media Kit, but not to say that it is bad. You can apparently download this as well, which I'm not personally really interested. And then we get to the frequently asked questions. I opened this tab. I have no clue how I did, but I'm here now. Okay, so we'll go to all, right? So these are FAQs currently out for, I guess, the CBT and their planned release. So report a cheat, which is good. I don't see them spending too much time investing into a proper like ticket support. Yeah, just the proper ticket support, because the game is just too small to put your funds there. So this is completely fine. Like I don't see this being an immediate pillar of the game, but that's normal. I kind of like, that's normal for a game that is as small as it is. When it comes to cheating, I really do hope that the anti-cheat is a bit better, but mostly that the community just, stops being assholes. But I mean, you're always gonna have people cheating. That's just the case. Refund policy. Okay, this is interesting. Purchases made through Steam are subject to Steam's refund policy. As far as I can tell, most in-game purchases aren't refundable, but that's kind of normal. Troubleshooting purchase failing errors. So, okay, they partnered with Steam because they can put a lot of responsibility on Steam, which I think is good. We're not going to go over this. In-game currencies. Obviously, this is the same as it used to be. RT you can purchase. MP you can get by playing. Known issues. Currently, there are none. There's no actual game out yet, so. Report a player seems... Okay, so I guess report a player and report a cheat is different. Report a cheat... create a compress... Okay, so I guess this is like, hey, I think, like, there's a bug right now where you can infinitely abuse batteries. That's you do that here, and a report a player is when you think someone's aim hacking. But this is a bit iffy because, in a game like this, where it's like, hey, I'll record you playing well, and it looks like you're aimbotting, and then, they have to decide whether that person is cheating without actually having a proper system to back it up. Is a bit iffy, but let's just hope that all goes well. Submit feedback. This is interesting. If you're on the beta, if you just start playing the game, I would recommend you take your time to submit feedback. Don't just complain about issues you have to friends, wherever. Just, drop them here so they know about your opinions. I have had great experiences with feedback with another game that recently came out and that I've enjoyed. So I'm hopeful for this. Submit feedback. This I haven't read it, and I'm not gonna read it just yet because I want to say this is probably gonna say we don't know when the beta will come out. We'll probably do it as soon as possible. And that's normal. If you're a company, you want to get the people hooked, but you can't really put a date on it because if something goes wrong, there's a lot of negative feedback. So in this closed beta, the testing is limited to a specific set of testers who may be experienced with previous MicroVolts products. We're expecting to get rich insights and feedback from the Royal MicroVolts. I think this is supposed to be loyal. MicroVolts fans, especially about the balance between weapon stats. Okay. The beta period has not been firmly scheduled yet. The first term will be for a week, and if that's not enough, we might extend the period or take a second term to get further results. Therefore, the official release date will be determined according to the closed beta schedule. So the closed beta ended 2 days ago. So I guess we just kind of have to wait. Remarkable differences. No pay to win. Okay, I mean, I still am convinced that Toy Heroes isn't pay to win. And I'm still convinced that if you were good enough in the MicroVolts days, you could win against people who paid. Obviously, there is always a difference between someone having like full god weapons and someone who's playing with MP weapons that aren't upgraded. But I mean, I think, okay, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go further into that. There's an unlimited level cap. There's new dioramas. Okay, so we looked at that. This link will probably take you to the new changes. And then obviously some stuff is still a work in progress. This is also good for those who are having FPS issues. And then the second page. Okay, so the same thing, but then for lag, system requirements. I'm not a hero when it comes to knowing all about system requirements, but I don't think MicroVolts will need a beast computer to run. Account hacked. Okay, so this is all, you know, stuff you'd have to look into when that comes out. This is maybe an important one. Account penalty. To protect the integrity of our community and foster a fun and safe space in which to play, we reserve the right to penalize any account or take other disciplinary actions at any time for any conduct that we determine to violate the operation policy or otherwise find to be inappropriate or harmful to the community. I think this is a very big red flag, because they say if you violate terms of service, we can ban you. That's fine. That's normal. But then saying or otherwise find to be inappropriate, this is saying like, okay, maybe you didn't break TOS, but we you know, we just kind of don't like you, or we don't think you did the right thing, so we'll ban you. Red flag. I think they should remove this and have a very clear operation policy. And then, you know, if you do, okay, I mean, I guess they cover themselves now, because if they say, if you review the operation policy and believe that you received your penalty in error, please submit a web ticket for further review. So this and this kind of contradicts, but okay. Okay, and then this is all just some stuff if you're having issues with your account. Okay, now before I end, because I do think I've gone over everything I wanted to go over. I've pretty much filled 27 minutes of talking without actually giving you any more new information. Welcome to my channel. Before I go, I do want to check out the website Toy Heroes. Because, for those of you who aren't aware, the games are completely separate, Toy Heroes and the MicroVolts. So whatever account you had on one, whatever account you have on the other, it's completely unrelated to each other. You cannot keep things from one to the other. You can't bring one to the other, or you won't be able to play with people from the other game, right? So you have to understand that Toy Heroes is just a different game right now. When it comes to who owns the rights to what stuff, I don't know. I don't know all that legal stuff, but I think Toy Heroes is just going to keep going, which obviously isn't good for either game, because you'll split the player base even more. But I think that's just a discussion for another video. I just wanted to go to the website and quickly check if they were still running, and they are. The last thing they posted was end of August. So, okay, that's pretty much it. If you do have any any questions on my thoughts, you can ask them. But don't ask me, you know, when the beta comes out, or any question that isn't answered on the website here, because I don't know, right? I'm not affiliated to MicroVolts or Toy Heroes for that matter. But I'm happy to give you my insights if you are curious. With that being said, if you did watch the full video, I thank you. I do hope my take on this is somewhat helpful. And I'm not going to make any promises because I don't fully enjoy the game anymore. Like, I'll always feel the nostalgic feel, but I don't feel drawn towards MicroVolts or Toy Heroes the way I used to. So I can't make you any promises, but I will try to make some videos on the game as it comes out. Without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.